There's so much to do, and we haven't done anything yet. Nothing.
We've had some interesting chats.
No, I know. It's been a lot of fun, but I guess that's a sign that we're having a good radio show.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the front page of the New York Post.
Yeah.
It's a paper, I guess, in New York. It's a tabloid, really.
Yeah.
It's not much better than like National Enquirer or
Weekly World News.
Or Weekly World News, because what do you? Let me just. Well, you already know, but what do you think the headline should be today? The front page of the paper.
Front page of the paper today. What's the
like?
Big
You
news
wake
story?
up. You go to your corner store or wherever you get your newspaper. What do you expect to see as the big story today? Now that you've been awake a while and you've seen what's going on TV and things like that.
Big national story, maybe?
Just,
I don't know, Iran's nuclear program? I don't know, that's kind of a big one.
Well, I was thinking on the same lines as you. North Korea announces it has nuclear weapons. They're finally admitting that they do have nuclear weapons. I think that would be something that maybe people should need to know.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
If you want to go with something that's worldwide and interesting to people, maybe the fact that Prince Charles is marrying some hag.
Yeah.
Marrying his old hag there.
Ugh.
But no, the New York Post has mystery pop star wigs out. They're the worst.
Mystery pop star wigs out.
This is a big day for news. There's just a lot of stories in the paper. I mean, they found a lady dead in a water tank.
Water treatment.
Maybe that should be the front page of the New York paper, considering that a lot of people in Jersey are drinking water today, and maybe they should know that where they're getting their water from. There was a dead lady there. But no, mystery pop star wigs out, and it's a picture of obviously Britney Spears, but they're trying to say it's a mystery pop star, and the wigging out part is the fact that she was just wearing a short brown wig. That's it. They got pictures of her walking a beach with a short brown wig.
That's it.
That's the big story, according to the New York Post today. Mystery pop star wigs out. Nah. We don't need to talk about that North Korea has all these nuclear weapons and they're out of their effing minds over there.
What we might do about it as a country.
We don't need to talk about Iran and what they're doing behind our backs.
No.
Everyone wants to know that Britney Spears is walking around in a short brown wig, everybody.
The fact that after some short diplomacy, we'll probably launch a preemptive strike against some of their nuclear bomb-making facilities. That'll be nice. Let's get an 18-fronted war going in the Middle East.
And now we got Joe from New Jersey. He has the headline, by the way. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, I got a different post than you guys got because got nukes.
Wow. Your phone just effed up your great line.
Screwed up your joke, my friend.
I think.
Well, say it again. No one heard it.
No, he was going to say the post line says Gooks got nukes.
Gooks got nukes.
But just as he was saying Gooks, his phone went... That would be the Post's headline, though. No, it wouldn't. They get silly, but they don't get racist.
Well, I don't know.
So what do you think of Prince Charles marrying that old hag that he's been hanging out with forever?
I don't know why he's bothering getting married again. Is there any reason, any royal reason for him to get married? I know sometimes these guys are forced into marriages. Sometimes it's to prove they're not gay. Sometimes it's, to have kids, like he did with Diane. It was one of those things, he just needed to have an heir. But why is he getting married now? There has to be a reason. He's not just he's the prince,
Mm-hmm.
And why is he marrying her?
Well, he wants to make it official. He's been hanging out with her his whole life.
So, but do you think it's family pressure? Like, oh, you better wed this woman. We can't have you seen walking around with her out of wedlock. Something like that, because this guy doesn't want to be married. He never did. I can't see him wanting to now.
Well, you were saying in the office that he's gay.
A lot of rumor and speculation over the years that he was gay, and that might be the reason he's getting remarried again. He married Diana.
I don't necessarily disagree
with
you because, because you look at Lady Di and then, what's her name? Princess Bowles.
I've been calling her Diana because I don't want to say Lady Di.
Ugh. Oh, yeah.
Conjure that nasty image.
Well, Lady Diana.
Yes,
and
Lady Diana.
And the old hag he's marrying, that's Camilla Parker
Bowles
or something like that.
Bowles. Camilla Parker Bowles. What's her name? That English whore. Camilla Parker Bowles.
You're not thinking that he's thinking beauty's on the inside because, I mean,
No.
come on. You look at the two, and he really wanted the Camille chick all along.
Yeah.
But he had the kids with Lady Diana, right?
She probably, she's good at something. Maybe cleaning the house, maybe taking care of them.
Maybe she gives a mean BJ. The ugly ones and the fat chicks try a little harder.
Try a little harder, perhaps. Maybe that's it. But, no, maybe it's, family pressure saying, you can't just waltz around with this broad. So he's hooking up. God bless him. Have fun. But, you're the prince over there. You could probably get some really nice chippy or something. And hey, look at us. Perhaps it's love.
And he chooses
Who are we
the
to
ugliest woman in the kingdom.
Yeah.
Well,
His son will show up to the wedding with a little Nazi uniform on.
Well, Anthony,
Give him a little salute.
speaking of weddings, where's the Dunkin' Donuts story? This, what?
Love comes in all sizes.
It sure does. Oh, brother. Throw crawlers, not rice.
Oh, throw crawlers, not rice.
Wedding,
Ho, ho.
wedding at Dunkin' Donuts, everybody.
Get married.
Throw crawlers, smash them fish.
When John Townsend,
Throw toes.
when John Townsend marries Michelle Serrao, this morning they get married, Anthony.
Oh.
She'll have her choice of rings. Plain chocolate or vanilla, with or without sprinkles.
Did you see that jerk?
God, I gotta tell you,
funny.
the Daily News, they have the best comedy writers.
Engagement
funny.
ring, wedding ring, and the suffer ring. 3 rings.
Oh,
marriage.
boy. They're just terrific, aren't they? Oh, they're the best. Oh, boy. Ugh. The New Jersey Sweethearts are planning to have a coffee and nuptials ceremony outside of Dunkin' Donuts in Hackensack.
Ah, that's
Courtesy of the
How
pastry
romantic.
chain, which has thrown in a free honeymoon in the Bahamas.
How much attention do you need that you have to get married at Dunkin'
married
Donuts?
at Dunkin' Donuts.
They won a Best Proposal Story contest held by the Donut Dynasty.
Ah! What's their best proposal story?
On the second anniversary of their meeting last October, Townsend gave Serrario 3 boxes, each with a photo representing their past, present, and future. The last box contained a picture of him holding a "Will You Marry Me" banner. Ugh. That was the best one they could come up with?
I wish there was a picture in a 4th box of both of them being killed in a drunk driving wreck.
What about driving up to Massachusetts in a Volkswagen with no heat? That's a good proposal story. With an $80 ring
And tears in your eyes.
from Penn Station. And that win?
With tears in your eyes, knowing it's just not going to get any better than this, so I might as well.
3 photos, past, present, and me forking over hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Me happy, me sad, me broke. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah,
We got married at the Jack Daniels facility.
We're pretty non-traditional, says the bride. I
sure.
get married by Elvis in Vegas.
If
So,
by non-traditional, they mean fat.
so a pink and orange wedding is no problem.
Are they fat, Ope?
Of course they
They're
are.
huge.
Married at Dunkin' Donuts.
You know how fat she is? She's wearing black, and you can see her belly.
Yep.
Black
She's
is supposed
huge.
to cover a world of hurt. In this picture, which is a black and white photo, and she's wearing a black, long T-shirt with another shirt over it,
Yeah.
you can see her belly through the black. Look at that. That's fat.
Any way we can get these fat pigs
Oh.
on the phone?
They're probably
Can we try to get them on the phone?
they're probably faithful listeners of the program.
I'm big fans.
Jersey. From what I know, everyone in Jersey listens to this show.
Yeah, everyone in Jersey listens, and
Even a monarchy.
and what else are they going to do but listen to this awful program and get their daily dose of humor?
Now they're going to go home and get to work on making some munchkins.
That's terrific. Oh, boy, after the wedding night, her back's going to look like a Boston cream donut inside. That's terrific.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
terrific.
Not tonight, dear. I'm jelly.
Or maybe, I hope he doesn't have warts, because she'll go one of those and go, they're just flesh-colored sprinkles.
That'd be good. All people waiting out in front to throw hot coffee in their face as they walk out.
Oh, my God. This story just gets more and more awful. She also liked the idea of staying properly caffeinated for the big event, particularly since she knew she'd be up into the wee hours of the morning to primp up for the big occasion.
Taking some good Dunkin' Donuts coffee dumps. Oh, that and a fat ass. Sorry, dear. Yeah. Did they say where they met? Was it at a Dunkin' Donuts? Is that why they're doing this? Think of 1,000 other places to get married than a Dunkin' Donuts.
Absolutely. I'd rather get married to the deli downstairs. and at the end, instead of like rice, they could throw mealy apples at me and my wife.
Congratulations, my friend.
It's going to be a pink and orange wedding, and they got like these pink lights. So one thing people don't realize is that pink lighting is key. It makes everyone look young. And another cool thing is that you'll definitely find munchkins among the flowers.
Ugh.
Let's see.
What a romantic, lovely story that is. I wish him the best.
Is someone looking them up? Oh, cool.
Okay. Nothing else.
Bahamas?
Yeah, then they get the honeymoon in the Bahamas.
Poor bastard's got to sit in the flight between those two.
Can we get to a hot story?
Why do you want to send two big fat slobs down to a beach area?
Yeah,
how about
isn't that
like
great?
Juneau, Alaska,
Somewhere
Moscow?
Where they can bundle up Siberia.
The back half of the moon. Congratulations. Stand here and finally fit in, you planetary monstrosities.
Oh, goddamn, that's good. You want a hot story?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to find my hot teen news
Yeah.
intro. We haven't done hot teen news in a while.
Forgot about that.
Opie and Anthony's Hot Teen News.
Anthony, a story everybody's talking about today. Elementary teacher accused of having sex with boy 13.
Ooh.
An elementary school teacher has been charged with having sex with one of her students, a 13-year-old boy, at his home and at school.
You will be molested.
Pamela Turner, 27, was charged Monday with 15 counts of sexual battery by an authority figure and 13 counts of statutory rape for acts between November and January. Turner, who teaches physical education at the elementary school, lived at the boy's house for a brief period of time when she was moving
there.
Yeah.
She lived at the house?
When she was moving from residence to residence. Yes, Anthony.
That's great. The parents will have that guilt now that they let her in.
The boy's parents did not know anything about the relationship. She could get up to 100 years in prison for this, Anthony.
100 years? What'd she do?
She's free in lieu of $50,000 bond.
Time of your life, kid.
Turner's husband filed for divorce in January, alleging inappropriate marital conduct. So there you go. I saw a picture of this lady. Wow.
Yeah, she's a hottie.
Let me tell you something. If I was 13 and that was my teacher and she was molesting me, I'd have no problem with it.
It's one of those...
Absolutely no problem with it. Dude, how many boners were you getting at 13?
Just one continuous
over
one.
And over again. You got this making moves on you?
I'm looking at... here's the one from, like, last year. Deborah LaFave. Remember her?
Yeah.
Look at her. She's got the blonde hair, blue eyes.
She's cute.
Very hot. She's one from last year. Again, banging some kid who was a 14-year-old. She was 24. Very hot. Now we got this one. Look at her. She's got that blonde hair. She's another hottie.
She's beautiful.
How about the sexy one that was having like hooked up with the 8-year-old black kid in Long Island or wherever?
Oh, yeah, another one.
She was a cute
yeah.
blonde, too.
Yeah. There's something going on there.
See, you know, sex with an 8-year-old, awful, obviously.
You're not getting around that one.
No, awful. But, I mean, I remember being 13. It was all about just popping boners. You know, the wind blew, you're popping a boner, and you got this hot 27-year-old teacher.
Living at your house.
Living at your house, and something's going on. I'm not going to be scarred for life. I'm just not.
Had that happen. The parents went out one night. You know, she's there watching the 13-year-old. That happen? A couple of drinks, maybe. Don't tell your parents. Ooh. Little watching the movie, get a little close on the couch, maybe. She puts her hand over, starts rubbing. Uh-oh, now there's trouble. Grabs on. Boing. It's over. These things never last long either. You ever notice? They had sex from like November to January because they can never keep it under wraps.
No, the kid can't.
Kid can't, of course. He's going out telling everybody. Telling everyone.
Yeah, I remember being like 12, 13, and I was at my grandma's beach house at...
Uh-oh.
No, nothing bad. But it's kind of similar. It's a little beach house where the family went and stuff, and my Uncle Tommy was about, I guess, 10 to 12 years older than me, whatever.
Uh-oh, this is sounding bad.
No.
I don't even know where it's going.
No, but he was a big partier, and he always had chicks around and this and that. I'm just a scrawny 13-year-old, and I had a crush on one of his, friends.
Yeah.
At the time, I thought she was a hot piece of ass. I'd love to see a picture now. Maybe she wasn't. And thinking the whole time I have a shot. And I'm 13. She had to be 23 to 25 years old. And
Really?
I would have easily had no problem with that.
Yeah, at that age, you're all full of hormones, just raging. There was this guy in California named Jimmy Jackson, and he had a wife named Patty, and he was going out one day, and I guess she was about 25 years old when I was 13, around that age. And he was going to a horse auction up in Chino, California. So he leaves, drives away, and I'm there running the rent string. I was the wrangler, Opie, the wrangler. I had to wrangle the horses. So he left, but I didn't know this. He had gone down the road, walked back up, gone into the bedroom closet. Now, I went back into the house, and now Patty, I hear from the bedroom, going, Anthony, could you come in here? And I'm like, that's a little odd. So I go in, and Patty is sitting there nude with the sheets pulled up. And her breast exposed.
That was Buzz.
I know, it's a very similar story. But she goes, why don't you come in? And I'm like, no, because I knew Jimmy. He's like a madman. Guns all over the place and stuff. I'm not going to say I didn't think about it, but I actually had to restrain and say, no, I can't and I'm not. And it's a good thing I didn't because it was all a big joke. Jimmy was in the closet with a shotgun, and he bust out of it and was like, what are you doing in the bedroom with my wife? But the joke didn't play out because I didn't go along with it. And if I did, I would have crapped myself all over that bed. Just crapped myself.
But they were just trying to get you.
They were trying to get me.
That is sick and twisted.
Oh, it's
That's
stuff
worse
that used
than
to go on
the Manson family.
Used to go on out there all the time. This is the same guy that decided it would be funny to weld together one afternoon a Roman chariot and hitch it up to a horse and ride it down Main Street. The horse went crazy, ran between two parked cars. The chariot just stopped dead, and the horse ran right into a storefront.
You guys had the best drugs out there in
It was just
California.
everybody was drunk and having sex and shooting guns out there. That was pretty much what life was on a daily basis.
What a sick setup if you're a kid. She's in the bedroom naked, going, come in here, and the husband is waiting in the closet with a shotgun?
Yeah.
To jump out and say, ha, 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 we got you.
Another woman, she had to be in her 20s also, this Injun, a squaw. She invited me to come around back by where the hay was and take a roll in the hay with her. And her husband, who was there at the time also, drunk off his ass, he was like, remember the Indian in 48 Hours that hung out with Gans?
Yeah, sure.
That crazy Indian looked and sounded just like him.
Billy Bob.
Billy Bob, yeah. And had the big knife on him, too. And all I could think of was, this guy's just going to skin me alive if he caught me. So, again, I had to turn it down. But as a kid that age, to have to turn it down, to have to worry about your own safety, to have to turn these things down, is crazy, insane, nuts.
That's nuts. When we get back, can you tell the story of the dead horse?
Oh, yeah, that's a quickie, sure.
That's a good little story, too.
Another Jimmy Jackson story.
Hey, Anthony, Valentine's Day right around the corner. I guess it's Monday, huh?
Yes.
Okay, guys, it's Thursday and Valentine's Day is on Monday. Yeah, it says it right here. Thank you. This is idiot-proof. I like that. The last thing you want to do is spend your weekend at the mall, right? Well, we've got 3 words for you. Vermont Teddy Bear. Call one of their bear counselors at 1-800-829-BEAR, and they'll help you choose the perfect bear. They'll deliver right on Valentine's Day for you with free chocolate and a gift card in their famous box. Even better, send her bear to the office on Monday, and when it arrives, she'll be completely surprised, and all of her coworkers will think you're the greatest guy. It's a sure thing, guys. Some of the bears, Anthony, you got a few over there?
Of course. What do you want, the Love Bandit bear? The Lover Boy bear with the tattoo on it? You got the Romeo bear or the Gangster Love bear?
Not to be confused with the Ramon bear.
Don't make the bears.
Oh, yeah.
Vermont Teddy Bear, the only bears handmade in America. And they're guaranteed for life. Best of all, she'll think of you every time she hugs her whole bear. Make this the best Valentine's Day ever. With a gift she'll really love, and always remember, call 1-800-829-BEAR. Or you could shop online, VermontTeddyBear.com. Send the creative alternative to flowers. Valentine's Day delivery is guaranteed. It's 1-800-829-BEAR.
And tell them Opie and Anthony sent you?
Yes, do that.
All right. Oops. This was supposed to be queued up. You were talking about wedding proposals and stuff, so
yeah,
a little something as we go to break here. Oh, I thought this thing was queuing up again.
Q. Eric to the rescue, hitting it. Is that what you did while we were gone? Just hit the equipment?
This is a brand new CD player. They were all proud that was finally installed, remember? Because we were bitching about the CD
player.
Good.
All right, bravo. It's working well.
We can't even...
Ben, quick, smack your hog against it.
That's great. Well,
yeah. Hey, why don't you bend over and fix that thing? Yeah.
It is just weird. This studio has gremlins like I've never seen before at a radio station.
Hold on, Mars is here.
Yeah, Mars. Maybe
Mars.
Maybe it was my fault. I don't know. Maybe I placed the CD in the wrong way.
What did you do?
I don't know.
Snap it in half first?
Mars, just give me the word and I'll take care of the situation.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. All right, there you
Anything? Go. Oh, it came out?
Yeah, let's try it again.
Give it another try. Oh, we forgot what we were talking about or segueing into. But oh, Jesus, Opie.
Oh, well.
Jesus Christ.
Looks like we need another one.
What did you do?
CD player 2.
Wait a minute. Mars, you know that shouldn't have broke.
He slammed the thing shut, though.
Yeah, normally you should be able to close it with the heel of your foot and not have it break. Surprise.
That's delicate stuff, the CD door. It's the little tray that slides out with the CD in it.
Well, we need another little tray.
Did the tray snap? I can't see.
I can't believe you broke that 10-ton CD player just by...
All right, wow.
The Indian from 48 Hours is Billy Bear.
Yes. Billy Bear.
Not as we said, Billy Bear Thornton. I think his name is. Yeah, we were saying Billy Bob. Thank you, Fan Dick from Whackback.
Chester wants to register a complaint.
Chester?
Go ahead, Chester.
By the way.
Hello, Chester. I've missed you so much.
Hey, guys,
the
what's
kick
going
in
on?
the side.
What's up, Chester?
Not a whole lot. I got a little bit of a problem here. I got 2 radios.
Yeah.
So I'm paying 14 cents a day for your guys' outstanding program.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll agree Mardi Gras kind of sucked, but it was funny anyways. But, okay, 14 cents a day, and I got to listen to advertisements on a pay service.
Oh, boy.
That's a little weird. I got to be honest with you. It's a little strange.
I mean, if you
Especially
guys were
because we're on a
on
premium channel.
non-pay channel, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Oh, you wouldn't?
No.
If we weren't on a pay channel and they played commercials, you wouldn't have a problem with that?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
But
Remember you said
I
that.
can't see it. It makes no sense to me. I mean, we're paying for your channel. We're paying to hear Opie and Anthony.
Yep.
Not.
We're paying for it. You buy the teddy bear.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the Vermont teddy bears. I bought
We
my
love Vermont
wife
teddy
one
bear.
last Christmas.
Oh, she loved it, right?
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you,
But
Chester.
I don't want to hear advertisements on a pay.
Well, I'll tell you what happened, Chester. I demanded more money or I was going to walk off the program.
Yep.
And they said, what can we do? And they said, let's put a few commercials on. The listeners should enjoy
Pay
that.
for Jimmy Norton.
So you can blame Jimmy Norton.
Well,
You know what?
Jimmy's a bum.
They're listening to you loud and clear down there in Washington, so thanks for registering your complaint.
Yes.
All right? A couple things. Norton, the old guys got off.
Good.
The old guys?
Yeah, this is a great story. Good gag rule. Jury clears lawyer joke duo. These 2 old curmudgeons from Long Island. From Huntington, actually.
Ah, your hometown.
This is great. A couple of jokers from Long Island got the last laugh yesterday after a grand jury dismissed charges they had caused a disturbance when they told lawyer jokes in front of an attorney.
Yeah.
This is great. Harvey, 70, testified before the grand jury that he was expressing his First Amendment rights when he shared a few choice judicial gags with his friend Carl.
Of course he was.
As they stood on line last month waiting to get into the Nassau County County Courthouse. Basically, they're waiting, to go through security and all that. So, they had something they had to deal with at the courthouse, and the lawyers are all lined up as well. Everyone just getting into the courthouse. So they figured, might as well tell some jokes. Old guys love those one-liner jokes, man.
Sure.
When I used to hang with my dad at the Legion there in Kings Park, they all were telling their jokes. They're cute little black jokes and Polish jokes, and they didn't care. Well, court officers claimed the two men had been abusive when they repeated an old courthouse chestnut about the legal profession's propensity for fibbing. One of these old guys says, "How do you tell when a lawyer's lying?" And obviously the answer is his lips are moving. So they're just having a good old time as they're waiting to get into the courthouse, telling their lawyer jokes. And after the guy told his joke, both of the old guys here started howling in unison. So they're having just a good old time. That's great. It's written in the paper. His lips are moving, came the answer, and the pair howled in unison.
Howled.
They've been friends forever, and they're just entertaining each other.
Laughing and laughing.
By the way, these are the worst, hackiest jokes ever.
They're just awful.
Right.
The one guy said, how do you know when a lawyer calls you and says he owe money for Girl Scout cookies and he's dodging you?
He's dodging me.
The two men, founders of Americans for Legal Reform, said a lawyer in line ahead of them told them to shut up and reported them to court officers.
Do they have that faggot lawyer's name?
No.
Of course not.
And then the officer promptly arrested two for telling the jokes.
Arrested them?
How do you arrest someone for telling a joke?
Is the officer's name in there?
No. They don't have any of that.
What's the charge?
I don't. Well, let me see.
Arrested them for telling lawyer jokes.
Love to know what the charge is on that one.
Yeah, it doesn't say what the charge is in this one, but it says, "I'm a free man." Said one of the guys here.
Said Pat from Moonachie.
Yeah.
Lawyer joke.
We beat him. The First Amendment is alive and well.
Well,
just the fact that only in this country can that ridiculousness be an issue.
Yeah.
Litigious idiots we have turned into.
Harvey said he was unbowed by the hassle and vowed to continue.
Telling jokes online?
I'm going to keep telling those lawyer jokes 150%, he said. Other zingers in the Carl and Harvey repertoire. What do you say to a lawyer with an IQ of 50?
What?
Good morning, Your Honor.
I get it. He's the judge.
These guys are great. Can we try to get these guys on the phone? Maybe someone will try to produce the show today. This is like obvious stuff. You get a wacky story in the paper like this, and they're from Long Island, you try to call them up and get them on the show.
Maybe they'll do some zingers for us live on the air.
We got three guys producing the show behind the scenes. This is the type of thing they need to do.
I got it one.
Yeah?
Why don't sharks bite lawyers when they fall in the ocean?
Why?
Professional courtesy. Oh, don't come get me, officer. Scumbag lawyers.
Let's see.
Wow.
Why do they bury lawyers 100 feet into the ground?
I don't know.
Because down deep, they're good people.
Yeah. That's terrific. That's terrific.
These guys are a real hoot. And what's the difference between a vulture and a lawyer?
What?
Wingtips.
Hello, exactly.
Did they say that one of these old men was pelted in the skull on a little rascal in New Orleans this weekend? Gentleman.
You know who took this case for the old guys? Ron Kuby.
Yeah, Kuby does a lot of that type of stuff.
God, that ass.
But he was right in this case. I mean, he should have taken the case.
And they learned that it's still legal to tell jokes in America. So...
I would love to know what the prosecutor, the DA, which district attorneys, is there ever a point where you have any human dignity and you can say, no, I'm not prosecuting this? I mean, maybe they're not allowed to say that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I know, just, no, what are you, crazy? Why would we even pursue this?
Is there ever a moment where an assistant DA or somebody from the prosecutor's office can just say, no, we're not going with this?
It's not business as usual.
God almighty.
It's a big assembly line, the whole legal system, you know? There's no real. Whenever you think maybe I have this outstanding thing or this piece of evidence or some statement, it's going to be like in the movies where you say it and all of a sudden people go, well, that's amazing. It just doesn't happen that way. It's all cookie cutter, and you deal with people, and no case is an individual. They're all handled in this very the same basic way. You know, oh, we got something like this. All right, this is ridiculous. Throw it out. But for the most part, it's all just cookie cutter justice.
So it's great, though. What a great visual. Just two old guys telling the hacky jokes that they've been telling forever.
Tearing it up online.
And then some young lawyer gets pissed off and gets him arrested.
Yeah, some young guy who had a dream about making a difference, and he realizes he's not going to make a difference. It's just one more jizz.